Stretch out those hammies.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, at least he tried, right?
Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. The Mixed Match Challenge. If you're confused or don't know what that is or why it's so good, let me explain to you why this is the single greatest moment in I'm just fucking with you. For real though, the Mixed Match Challenge was great. On the surface, it's just an intergender tag team league style tournament, but it truly was so much more, being broadcasted on Facebook Live instead of television, meaning the wrestlers involved were allowed much more freedom and indulged themselves constantly in said freedom, leading to a lot of things you never get to see on live television. I'm D Wicket, and these are 10 of the funniest WWE moments of the last year. Special Mixed Match Challenge Edition. Number 10, The Miz screaming at Asuka. Immediate proof of how awesome this show was, we have The Miz and Asuka as a tag team. Their storyline involved a lot of miscommunication, a lot of Miz trying to coach Asuka, and a lot of surprisingly cohesive chemistry. One of those odd moments when the two were on opposing ends, however, came when Naomi and Asuka both went for and missed the rear end. Being the only women on the roster who used the move and already being established as close friends on screen, they decided to have a cute little moment where they show respect to each other and ended on a warming hug.
Rusev just said in the comment section that Renee knows nothing of dance. She's Canadian. She's the Bryan Adams of dance.
The Miz was not happy about this, nor was the dude in the front row who almost had an entire entry on his own. Jesus Christ, this guy keeping kayfabe alive.
Wow, okay.
No Teamwork Sunday in the Battle Royal, though.
Guess I was wrong. They are on the same page here tonight.
Number 9, more hugging.
This is in which Jimmy Uso has to come in as well.
There's no hugging in wrestling.
Bayley might have something else.
The actual best part of the MMC is the fact that there aren't only little moments like Miz losing his verbal marbles at Asuka, and instead what would normally be diamonds in the rough finally get the spotlight shine over them. When something unique, funny, weird, or really anything that isn't traditional takes place, it becomes the center of attention for the moment instead of being passed over. This is why instead of Miz just tagging in Asuka after screaming at her about hugging Naomi, Asuka joins up with Naomi and Jimmy Uso and threaten to all collectively hug him seemingly to death, which we can only assume Miz would prefer by that point.
Come here, Cole. Vic, do not come anywhere near me.
Number 8, Bayley shows off. Who doesn't love a good old team of Finn Balor and Bayley? The nicest abs and the nicest assets. Those inflatable flailing balloons sure do enhance the entrance. Prior to their matchup against thrown together tag team Braun Strowman and Ember Moon, Bayley got caught up in the moment of looking down at Braun and realized just how small she really was in comparison. Then realizing she didn't actually have to worry about that one, she directed her attention to the much smaller Ember Moon, cockily letting her know that she's still taller than her at least. Oh, Bayley, you lovable, inflatable, flailing, the fuck are those things even called?
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Number 7, Bobby Lashley is a pussy.
Winning. Oh, no, she did not.
Quite the look for Bobby Lashley.
Hey.
Fucking comedy gold.
Oh, and Lashley, oh.
Number 6, a push-up contest.
He just challenged Bobby Lashley to a push-up contest?
I am so...
First off, let's all address the elephant in this clip. Mickie James has never looked that hot before. Also, let's pretend I didn't just refer to her as an elephant, seeing as WWE once compared her to a pig. Actually, they didn't compare, they just called her Piggy James and put a fucking pig nose on her, but I digress. This is very, very off topic. I think it would be fair to say that Bobby Lashley and Jinder Mahal are two of the most unlikable, just nothing wrestlers on the main roster right now. Both have had completely failed championship runs, both have had henchmen that ended up getting in their way somehow, but Lashley is with Mickie James at her fucking best in this clip, so let's see that Singh henchman fuck everything up for Jinder.
Oh, Mickey's doing it in fashion, too.
Number 5, Balor and Bobby swap it up.
Showing sportsmanship?
Jacket and shit?
Two of the best dressed in all of WWE, you've got Finn Balor with his classic leather jacket and Bobby Roode with his classy, glorious robes. What happens when both men are babyface and wrestling each other on the Mixed Match Challenge? Well, they shake hands, they trade clothes, and Bobby Roode fails to properly dress himself. It's pretty great seeing this full clip. Again, the Mixed Match Challenge is great at building all around these kinds of moments with little things like both men stealing each other's taunts and Bayley having a goddamn orgasm in the background. You can tell she's like definitely not kidding and finds what's going on in the ring very, very attractive. Bayley's in the leather jacket Bobby. The one, what the fuck do people say? That's the tea? The tea's been spilt? I turned 19 in a week and sound like a goddamn 45-year-old. If I throw out a sis, will the female demographic watching our video that doesn't exist suddenly respect me? Girls don't watch our videos.
Uh-oh. Too jacked.
Number 4, AJ and Charlotte. As a whole, just the tag team pairing itself, and I mean that. Every single time these two are interacting on screen, backstage, on social media, on the YouTube channel, on WWE.com, tout, fucking AOL, Google+, Venmo, everywhere, it's always all gold. Great wrestlers clearly have great chemistry together because the second season was the first time I actually watched the MMC, and I am seriously impressed with how likable these two were together. Obviously AJ was going to bring it, but Charlotte has never connected when it came to the babyface side of things. So I was really skeptical, even though this team was obviously going to be shown off very great at Charlotte Flair and AJ Styles. It turns out all she ever needed to be entertaining and likable was a man to court her into the ring.
AJ, be a gentleman. Get your woman.
Number 3, AJ splits. See, it's a riddle. You don't know if I replace Styles with splits or if I just mean that AJ did the splits. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've successfully wasted about 12 seconds of your life. Branching off the greatness that is AJ and Charlotte, how about another great moment also involving everyone's favorite winning pair, R-Truth and Carmella. They faced off twice and both times had some funny dance-related moments, but where would we be without AJ getting himself nutted? During a fantastic segment where a little pre-match dance-off leads to everyone else in the ring doing the splits, AJ succumbs to peer pressure and goes for the deadly maneuver himself. The man can pull off a fucking 450 splash off the ropes to the outside onto a goddamn table, but as we all know, anything testicle related is the true weakness of Alan Jones Styles. Honestly, the first match had a funnier moment without the context, but the fact that this entire joke around AJ right now is him being constantly attacked at his balls just makes it too good for me not to include.
Stretch out those hammies.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Hey, at least he tried, right?
Number 2, Naomi steals Jimmy Uso's entrance. Alright, let's get this out of the way. This wasn't actually the Mixed Match Challenge. It was a little behind the scenes kind of YouTube clip during the setup of the MMC, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it like seeing it. These two, they're partners anyway. Fucking who cares? In a fun bit, Jimmy and Naomi see what it's like to do each other's entrances, and while Jimmy's glowing up is pretty fun, Naomi putting on some facial hair and slowly walking with swagger is both hilarious and fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this would not be number 2 if it wasn't for Xavier Woods being there and laughing his entire ass off. Honestly, now that I try and pinpoint it, it's not even that funny without Xavier. Alright, hysterical Xavier Woods is basically my number 2 entry. And number 1, ASUKA and Miz. Just like AJ and Charlotte, these two really should just be an entire entry. I know I already went over it, but the way they bounced off each other, ASUKA is like this little innocent but deadly killer who loved to mess around and prove her dominance, while the Miz does his best to captain the team and try to both teach and control ASUKA. It was really a surprisingly great pairing to me. But this moment just about sums up why I love them together so much. It's perfect. Asuka yelling in Japanese before a confused Miz turns it around into a positive despite his face reading about 17 emotions over the course of 3 seconds is fantastic. His total enthusiasm despite his lack of comprehension is hilarious, and seriously, I don't recommend stuff like this that often, but go out of your way to look for all the Miz and Asuka clips. They're fucking great.
Exactly.
And those are 10 of the funniest WWE moments of the last year from the Mixed Match Challenge, no less. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below after liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and notifications in that bell. And don't forget, beignet shit in the chapel.